This is Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello, I'm Gamechi Samandida, your host for this hour's news. Join us as we bring you the latest stories and updates from across the African continent. Let's start from Côte d'Ivoire. The Economic Community of West African States has appointed Nigeria's former Vice President Yemi Osibayo to oversee its election observation mission for the upcoming presidential election in Côte d'Ivoire. Announced by the ECOWAS Secretariat in Abuja, the election is set for October 25. The mission will operate from October 19 to October 29 in accordance with ECOWAS protocols on democracy and good governance. As head of mission, Osibayo will lead a team of respected West African experts tasked with engaging key national stakeholders to promote a peaceful and transparent electoral process. The team will also collaborate with other international and domestic observer groups to ensure cooperation and will evaluate the conduct of the polls. This initiative aims to strengthen democratic practices across Africa by fostering credible elections, improving electoral integrity, and encouraging peaceful political transitions on the continent. President Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika announced that starting in January next year, school fees for both primary and secondary education will be eliminated, emphasizing the importance of encouraging more children to attend school. He cautioned learners against absconding and engaging in drug and substance abuse, highlighting that education is vital for national development. During his speech, Malikowa Alomi Cultural Festival in Mulanje, the president expressed gratitude to Malawians for their continued support and trust during the elections. He reassured that his government is committed to serving all citizens equally. Furthermore, he called for patience and confidence as his administration works to stabilize the economy, acknowledging the current difficulties but promising to do his best to promote fairness and unity. This initiative aims to improve school attendance across Africa by removing financial barriers and fostering a culture of discipline and dedication among students. The Libyan High National Elections Commission successfully concluded voting for 16 municipal councils in the third phase of municipal elections on Saturday, with a preliminary voter turnout of 68%. Polling centers closed at 6 p.m. and ballot counting commenced under strict oversight. Prime Minister Abdulhamid Dbeibah commended the process, highlighting it as a testament to Libya's capacity to conduct democratic elections and emphasizing that the country can pursue national elections without the need for a transitional phase. The elections included 96,000 eligible voters across 142 polling stations, and the UN support mission in Libya welcomed the process, calling for increased participation to bolster local governance. Given Libya's ongoing division between rival administrations, these elections have significant implications for strengthening democratic institutions and fostering political stability. They are seen as a crucial step toward holding broader national parliamentary and presidential elections, which are essential for promoting democratic consolidation, inclusive governance across Africa. Moving to the AU, the African Union is urging communities across the continent to prioritize comprehensive well-being, encompassing economic stability, social cohesion, and health literacy as essential strategies to address and mitigate the rising mental health challenges in Africa. Dr. Adamu Isa, Africa Union's Director of Medical and Health Services, underscored that mental health prevention should be a family-centered effort grounded in communal values. He cautioned that the rise of individualism is weakening Africa's traditional support networks, leading to increased feelings of isolation among youth. Isa emphasized that mental health starts at home, supported by robust public policies, and highlighted key stressors such as food insecurity and economic difficulties. This approach aims to strengthen community resilience and foster an environment conducive to mental well-being across Africa.
You are so individualistic, we are no longer communal, everybody thinks about his family only, you hardly speak with your neighbor, you just think you are the only one there, so you make yourself isolated. Before you know it, you may be in a house, but you are isolated. So we have to go back to those values that our religions teach. Brotherhood, respect, help one another, and do to others as you want others to do unto you. All those things at health, community level, family level, can help us to prevent mental health. People think it's when you go to the hospital that is when you prevent mental health. Not really. Majority of it is at the family level.
Globally, mental health funding remains low, with only 9% of depression cases adequately treated. Isa urged African governments to empower families with resources for care and early intervention, leveraging the continent's cultural heritage to foster resilience and well-being. Moving to Senegal and Kenya, Senegalese President Bassirou Diomaye Diakhar Faye arrived in Kenya on Sunday for Mashuya Day celebrations in Kitu County on Monday, where he will be the guest of honor. Received by Cabinet Secretary Salim Muya at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Faye will also undertake a state visit to strengthen Kenya-Senegal ties in trade, energy, innovation, youth empowerment and cultural exchange. Despite the recent passing of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga on October 15, the government confirmed that Mashuya Day will proceed as planned at Ithukwe Stadium. Now to business news. The African Development Bank and Sao Tome and Principe are jointly strengthening a €72 million portfolio aimed at promoting economic diversification, with a particular focus on agriculture, finance and energy sectors. During a recent workshop, Minister Gareth Guadalupe emphasized the importance of aligning the upcoming National Development Plan 2026 to 2030 with the bank's investments to ensure cohesive growth. The portfolio comprises 10 projects with ongoing efforts to enhance project implementation and coordination. Country Manager Pietro Diego highlighted a government-led platform designed to maximize resource utilization, facilitate the energy transition, and stimulate private sector development strategies that leverage the country's youthful population and a strategic position in the Gulf of Guinea to bolster overall economic growth across Africa. Finally, Ghana is making progress toward exiting the IMF's $3 billion extended credit facility by May 2026, as reported by Dr. Johnson Pandit Asiyama. The country has surpassed its program targets, achieving notable economic stabilization, with inflation reduced from 24% to 9.4%, reserves covering 4.5 months of imports, and upgraded credit ratings. Despite previous hurdles such as the 2022 debt exchange and persistent inflation, structural reforms have facilitated a robust recovery. However, external risks, particularly from fluctuating commodity prices, highlight the ongoing need for prudent macroeconomic policies and reserve build-up to mitigate debt-related vulnerabilities and promote sustainable economic stability across Africa. Next, let's check the current weather forecast. That's all for now from Pulse of Africa. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.